Well, thank you, everybody, and want to again welcome the President to California and thank him for once again focusing his attention, as no other previous administration has, on addressing the ravages of climate change, in particular here on the West Coast, but notably in California, the challenges of wildfires. California is currently dealing with 15 large active wildfires. So far, year to date, 2.25 million acres have burned. Remarkably, that is double the 5-year average, but it's substantially less than what we experienced this time last year, where over 3 million acres have burned. We're dealing with conditions and consequences of climate change, the likes of which were predicted, but predicted a decade or two from today. Those challenges are not only vexing, but those challenges create opportunities. And I know the President will be speaking a lot about those opportunities in the next day and the upcoming weeks as he refers to the work he's doing to advance this historic infrastructure package. But I want to just make a point, Mr. President, with your indulgence, that despite the President of the United States being here, I would stipulate the most powerful force on the planet is not even the President of the United States. It's Mother Nature. She is, as others have said, all she is chemistry, biology, and physics. She bats last, she bats 1,000. We are dealing with extremes the likes of which we've never dealt with in our state's history, including the most extreme weather in terms of the hottest summer we have ever experienced in California's history between June and August. A West Coast drought that some have referred to as a mega drought that arguably began in 2000. The hots are getting a lot hotter, the dries are getting drier, and as you saw on the East Coast of the United States, where people quite literally were drowning in their cars, the wets are getting a lot wetter with atmospheric rivers and the consequences of warming seas and more intense tropical storms as well as hurricanes. And so I'm here sobered by the challenges and that reality, but also, as I noted, optimistic by not only California's capacity to work through situationally, and we are. The Calder fire that we just visited that took the town of Grizzly Flats, that fire now is 67% contained. The Dixie fire now about 3/4 contained. Situationally, we are battling these wildfires and making progress. But the sustainable mindset we have is to address these smash-mouth realities and to lead the conversation anew in this country to radically change the way we produce and consume energy and to continue to lead our nation-leading efforts as it relates to low-carbon green growth. California's leadership is demonstrable. California's leadership has been challenged in the last 4 years, but those headwinds now are tailwinds with the Biden administration. We're not sparring partners, we're working partners as it relates to issues of climate change and dealing with the challenges of wildfires. And so, Mr. President, I'm just honored that you're here. We are all blessed, 40 million Californians strong, that you took the time to be here. But as I began, let me end by saying this is not your first foray into this issue. We held 2 summits with West Coast governors, proactively held with the President's assistance. Not only did he show up to make remarks, he stayed until the end of both conversations. I've been around this business long enough to note the distinction between people that are interested in things and people that are committed to solving things. The President of the United States' commitment is demonstrable. Now, the 3rd time here physically seeing the impacts of these wildfires for himself. But his commitments he made in June, the commitments he made in July, the promises that he made to follow up, he delivered on. We had specifically 4 things we requested of the President of the United States. All 4 he delivered on. And so, Mr. President, let me also take this moment, not just to thank you for being here at this critical juncture, but thank you for delivering on your promises. Thank you for meeting this moment head on, and thank you for leading a conversation anew in this country around resiliency and around painting an optimistic picture of the future as we transition to a low-carbon green growth future. And so with that, let me introduce the President of the United States, Joe Biden.